Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Swig of Sauce, and today we have a fun video. Due to current events, we are all probably still in quarantine or lockdown or mandatory something to stay safe, stay home, whatever it is. Um, in my city, we are basically to be stayed at home slash quarantine unless we are, in need of groceries or gas or things like that. So only essential trips allowed in my city at the moment. But I hope everyone's doing well, getting over this quarantine and it's the boredom. But of course, with everyone staying in and taking part by staying clean and cleaning your hands, using hand sanitizer, or just being safe out there, guys. It's all crazy right now, but I do hope for the best. I feel like things will get better soon. It's what I'm hoping for, because it does seem bad out there, guys. So today's video, there's a couple firearms you can see here. I do notice a lot of people going to gun stores. They are considered an essential business, so a lot of gun stores are still most likely open. But just know they're pretty packed. Is what I keep hearing every day. I'm seeing a lot of stores being overworked, overwhelmed with like background checks and firearm purchases and everything like that. So with the new income of, you can say, beginner firearm shooters and beginner firearm enthusiasts or users in general, I want to make this video dedicating, to help a lot of people with manipulating a firearm. I just have a few firearms out here to show some people, if they probably have something similar or things like that, I can show them how to operate this. I'll tell you what each firearm is with tiny little texts right here. I'll put some text right here and somewhere in the video, but you guys get the drift. All right, so before we begin, guys, this is gonna be some rules and safety. So rule number one, you definitely check the firearm for when it's loaded. Dropping the magazine should be your first thing, and then after that, checking if the chamber is empty. So let's do that with one of these guys. So the first guy that we have up top, this is a Taurus G2C. I'm gonna drop the magazine. So magazine buttons right here. Drop. There's some ammunition in here. So of course we're gonna put that down, and let's pull back the slide. This one has a safety on the side right here. When the red is on, that means the safety is off. When the red is hidden, that means the safety is on. So this particular firearm, if the safety is basically up, you can't pull the slide back, just to let you know. So if it's down, you pull it, you can check. So as you can see in there, that is an empty chamber. So, and then that's your slide release. So that would basically release a slide. I just help by pulling the slide back and releasing the slide at the same time. So it's just a smooth process. I don't like to make too much noise. I mean, you could go crazy if you like, but that's just what I do. Okay, so that's how you check if your firearm is empty and ready to go. So for this particular firearm, the Taurus G2C, it comes with a safety. There are going to be a lot of people that enjoy safeties because that extra precaution, when carrying and things like that. If you're looking for firearms, guys, if you're new, I do recommend safety. So there's just, something else you do have to remember, but training, that's another thing. If you're carrying a firearm with safeties, let's say if you're in a situation where pressure, reviews itself, you might pull this and just kind of try to pull, but the safety's on and, nothing happens. So I'm sorry, guys. And also I shouldn't be pulling the trigger unless I'm telling you guys. That's another thing. Trigger etiquette. Keep your finger off the trigger unless you intend to pull it, you know what I mean? And I do have rounds in the video, so I'll try to keep my fingers off that too. Just to let you guys know, practice safety. That's the main goal. Safety is key. If you're not doing safety precautions and things like that, things can go sour. So I own a couple of firearms, but I'm very careful and safe with them. I know the loop, you know what I mean? I try to get very up in there. So let's pop this back in and leave that alone. Next up, this is right here is a Glock. This is a Glock 43X. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna release the mag. And sorry guys, I don't know if you're hearing that, but people are being crazy out there doing burnouts and things. And mentioning that, I actually just lost my vehicle the other day to a hit and run, and I'll post a video in a short second just to show if you guys are interested. It was horrible, just a hit and run, you know, just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, sorry for getting off track. So dropping out, you do see some rounds in here too. This is a nice little magazine that I'll talk about later. But drop the mag, you're gonna pull it back, and you're gonna check that's empty in there, so no rounds. So if you guys notice, this is a Glock. A lot of Glocks are gonna be very, very similar. They all kind of look the same. It's just depending on, you know, small little details. So this is the Glock 43X. It is a 9x19 9mm caliber. The 43X is basically a very slim version of like the Glock 19. So it's just 10 rounds. It comes stock with two 10-round mags. I'm sorry guys, this is the Glock 43X. And just to go back for a little bit, this comes with two stock 12-round magazines. So if you guys like, that does have more capacity over this Glock 43X. I just like the slimness and feel of this firearm. So this is my go-to daily carry. Just to let everyone know. I love this guy. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. I'm just showing you guys that they're all empty first, and then I'll show you how to disassemble them, you know, depending on what firearms they are and everything. So you guys can get to cleaning and, you know, just learning more about your firearms for safety reasons, okay? So next up, we have the CZ P10C. As you can see right here, CZ P10C. This is also chamber in 9x19 9mm. So I just feel like the 9mm caliber is a very great caliber. This is my brother's firearm. So as you can see right here, guys, this is a 15-round capacity. You do get two stocked 15-round capacity mags to start. But you can do things like add this +5 extension. This is a +5, I believe, Terran Tactical. I'm sorry, not Terran Tactical, True Precision. For the CZ P10C magazine. So right here is now 20 rounds. You have 15 and I believe +5, so that's 20 rounds in total. So there are options out there for magazines for all these firearms, and this is not the stock magazine. This Glock 43X, just to let you guys know, they come with two 10 rounds, but this is the Shield Arm S15 mag that holds 15 rounds in that. So this stock one is 15 as well. So 15 rounds in this bad boy. Check that chamber. We're empty in there. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. And this is a little pocket rocket. That's a little 380 bodyguard. So this is a 10-round Pro Mag aftermarket magazine, not the OEM one. The 6 rounds sitting somewhere over there. Let's check that. Yep, chamber is empty as well. And I like this guy a lot too. As you can see, it's very, very tiny compared to all the other guys. Super small. So, you know, if you're going somewhere and, you know, either you're wearing a minimal clothing or you just don't want too much bulk on you, then this 380 is perfect to go. And I believe a 380 caliber is definitely not bad. It's 9x18, so it's literally the same thing as a 9x19, which is a 9mm. It's very close. And just in a small little platform like this can be snappy, just to let you guys know. But I mean, this is great for just bringing around, like ideal for, you know, just going to the store real quick and things like that. Has a safety on it too, so I like that a lot. I feel like the safety is really good for the beginners. As you can see, the ZZ P10C and the Glock 43X here, they're both you know, no safeties on them. So if you're basically carrying them and you're wondering what's the safety, it is on the triggers, as you can see. And this is an aftermarket trigger, so I changed that. I'll get into customization in another video, but just to let you know, on things like the CZ P10C and the Glock 43X, drop that mag again, do have that safety right here. So that means this trigger won't pull unless the trigger safety shoe is deployed down, and then it'll shoot. But just to let you know, that's the safety on Glocks. All Glock triggers have it, that little extended out safety. But the one on this one has a safety, and it's double action only. Double check. So it's like a little hammer in the back, as you can see. Yeah, sorry guys, again, I know there's live rounds around, but I'm very careful. You know, I don't play around with this stuff, so just to let you know. All right, so that's the check for all these firearms. Let's pop the mags back in them. right? We're practicing safety. So let's say you just got home and we're gonna disassemble these firearms now. Time to disassemble them. So you take the mag out, it's loaded, you're gonna leave that aside. Take the safety down, and then you check your chamber. So once you check your chamber, you're good to go. For this firearm, the Taurus G2C, it's gonna be like a lot of these, but so this is the takedown. And to basically take the firearm apart, you wanna pull your slide back just a little bit. I'm gonna pull it back with one hand so you can see kind of like that, just a little tiny bit. Make sure you don't get your pinky caught up in there with the barrel and the slide. And then you're gonna pull your takedown down just a bit, release it, and then fire by, you know, pulling the trigger. And when you do that, you kind of see a slide off the back. You can push it off, you know, just slide off freely. So now you have your frame and your slide. Now to clean, basically, you do need some oils and things like that. But if you don't have, you can clean, like, you know, debris off of it. A lot of gun owners that are first-time gun owners, you buy it from the factory and you just kind of straight shoot it and that's it. I do recommend at least, you know, cleaning them and oiling them, you know, lubrication, something. You can use like gun oil, you know, things like that. They'll sell them at the gun store. You can ask for them. You don't have to do it all the time, but just at least one time, you know, once or twice every couple months is not bad. You don't, you know, just don't not do it. So a good amount will be fine. And then this is your recoil spring. So you can take that off by just kind of depressing it and then pushing the barrel forward and then out. So as you can see, that's the Taurus. It's all apart now. And you can get to cleaning the guide rod, get to cleaning your barrel, like just kind of cleaning that feed ramp, you know, wiping that. You don't have to do too much, honestly. If you have cleaning tools that can push through this, you could, but I just don't recommend, you know, messing around with that too much, because that's your rifling and things, and you don't want to mess that up. So, and then just clean the slide, get into where it kind of makes contact, oil that surface as well, and, you know, wipe it down, should be good. Here, just get the stuff into your magazine so nothing kind of messes with your magazine. You can use like a light brush or toothbrush and just kind of clean this off, oil up the rails. That's where your slides and everything, oil that up. You should be good to go. And a lot of these firearms are gonna break down the same way, so it's about to look messy, but I'm gonna do it real quick. So drop in 43X, checking if that's empty, we're good. Pop this back, boom, same thing. Drop the mag, check the chamber, pull the trigger, pull it back a little, pop it off. And that's the ZZ. The ZZ is a little different. You do have to pull that trigger first, so definitely check that chamber, okay? Just to let you guys know. And then, yeah, pop off the guide rod. And this is a little different. As you can see, these are captured. This is an uncaptured guide rod because this is a aftermarket one, just like the one from here. But it's hard to explain, guys, but just to let you know, this is aftermarket. Someone's gonna look like these, someone's gonna look like those, just to let you know. And then put this down here. And the last one, 380. And I have just this M&P by Smith & Wesson 380 Bodyguard. So yeah, Smith & Wesson all kind of use this like style takedown. All these are like that side spring thing I just like a lot more. But this is like Smith & Wesson style. So just to show you real quick, we're gonna check. We're empty. Okay, so you definitely have to leave it locked back like that. You see, you push it down and it kind of like turns, and then you want to keep going. You hear that click, and you just pull this out, right? Take down pin, and then you just release the slide and just slide off. Just that easy. And then cleaning frames, you know, look at this tiny little guy. As you can see, very similar to that CZ one. Uncaptured guide rod. And look at this tiny little barrel. So, all right. As you can see, you can disassemble them now. And after disassembling, of course, we'd have to reassemble. It looks like a mess, but it takes a second if you know what you're doing. But, I mean, you guys are probably just going to be dealing with one firearm, so that'll be fine. But let's get to putting them back. So after you clean them and everything, these firearms are fine. They're not, you know, dirty. I feel like after You don't even have to clean them after like 500 rounds, let's say. You know, those still should be functional. Just do it occasionally. If you're bored, you just want to learn more, this is what you can do. You know what I mean? So let's pop them all back together. Let's start with the smallest, 380. So barrel first, guys. Always the barrel first. Take your barrel, pop it in. Take your guide rod. Make sure it lines up like in that little guide rod area. And you're gonna push it in and then make sure it sits onto your barrel right here. Sorry, there you go. So try to do that, like that. So a lot of them have their own little spots for it, but that's the bodyguard here. And for the bodyguard, you just slide it back, all the way back. Make sure you keep your slide release up though, to hold it there in place to make it easier for you. Take the pin, pop it in, just kind of wiggle it in there. You know, it's the right way, wrong way. So once you get it in there, make sure you hear that click and try to wiggle it in. It's like, so, yeah. All right, so make sure it seats in on this side first. And then when you push it down, it should be some tension. And then when it clicks up like that, it should be basically perfect and put back. And then release it, and then fire by pulling the trigger just to make sure everything's functional. All right, we're good to go. So this is double action only, and it's functioning perfect. Let's pop in the mag. Oh, sorry guys, the sleeve being in the way. Pop in the mag, pop up the safety, and we're good to go. Let's get that guy out the way. Next one. I didn't take this barrel out, so it'll be easy. I'm just gonna pop this in. It's gonna be a little hard, but I got this. And guide it up there and make sure it sits on the barrel. Yeah. Kind of hard to do this on camera. There you go, sits in like that. Good to go. Slide this bad boy back. Like so. Okay, we're good to go. Man, this trigger is buttery. All right, perfect. We'll pop the mag in and put that aside. Beautiful. Let's do the Taurus barrel first, like always. Guide rod next. The capture one's much easier, as you can see. Just pop it in. It seats on real easy. And just pull it back. Perfect. Fire. Good to go. Pop safety. Mag. And last one. Glock's all the same, you know. Similar capture guide rod. Sometimes polymer. Pop it on there. Pull it on and it's good to go. Pop the mag in. Leave it alone. Alright guys. So that's the end of that. Just a very quick, well, not that quick, but, you know, disassembling and reassembling. And, you know, just be safe out there, guys, if you're a new gun owner. I know the guys that are already pros are watching this video like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, I understand, guys, but, you know, I just wanted to make a video to definitely help out all the newcomers and anyone that's just getting the firearms to protect their family. You know, I don't want them to hurt themselves or anyone in their families. So please be safe out there, guys, if you're a new gun owner or if you're a pro. You know, it's always good to practice safety. But again, guys, I really appreciate you guys for stopping by this week. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, share, subscribe. And I'll be back next week, Sunday at 10 a.m. or when I drop the videos. I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by every week and leaving comments below every day. Take care, guys. Be safe. And please stay healthy out there, guys. Peace.